Sometimes this is what happens in lending businesses. The scary thing is that, for example, when we look at our books, we have to look at both cash receivables and then we have to also look at the accrual aspect. And on the accrual aspect, you can really get intoxicated because you are just thinking about disbursements and then you're thinking about future collections. Yes, with a probability of default, but one can get really, really intoxicated to just disburse post revenue when it hasn't actually been received. And that's how we've seen a lot of like businesses in the past that have gone through just big macroeconomic cycles. Let's call it from 2006 to 2024. There have been like 3 global macro cycles. And each time you've had like these financial services companies that did massive deployments, even posted, like talked about their NPLs being very, very low. And then suddenly one day they just go bust and you're like, hey, what happened over here? The thing is in operating a credit business is that the devil is in the details. And I'm just talking about this revolver as a very small example, but I think, to Umar Bhai's point of view and like why, I really come back to him is that I've actually learned a lot by just seeing how he operates. The 2020-2021 funding cycle was happening. I think he was one of the only entrepreneurs that was still playing it very, very conservative to the market. And I asked myself, like, why is that? And of course, like when we were building Creditbook, we did some experiments and I started to realize, I was like, oh, when you give money and if you have the revolver facility over there and you don't, the moment we created a cooling off period, we started to see that, okay, the repayments weren't coming in as fast. Thankfully, we learned some of these hard lessons early on.